Many people don't realize that the type of meat they eat every day could be quietly making their kidneys work much harder, especially after the age of 60. Most of us tend to think kidney problems only come from eating too much salt or not drinking enough water. But the truth is the kind of protein you choose from meat can also make a very big difference. Some types of meat can cause the body to produce more waste and more acid, which puts extra pressure on the kidneys. Over time, this can make the kidneys work harder every day, increase inflammation in the body, and allow waste to build up in the blood. But the good news is that there are also certain types of meat that provide what we might call cleaner protein. Protein that's easier for the body to digest. These options can help the body repair tissues while placing less burden on the kidney's filtering system. So the key isn't necessarily eating less meat. The key is choosing the right kind of meat for your body. In today's video, we're going to look at 5 types of meat that are considered more kidney-friendly, especially for adults over the age of 60. Make sure you stay until the end, because the number 1 meat on this list is one that many nutrition experts often recommend to help the kidneys work more comfortably. And if you enjoy learning simple, practical health tips like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Now let's get started with the first meat on today's list. 1. Pork tenderloin. Many of us grew up with pork as a regular part of our meals. From simple home-cooked dishes to warm family dinners, pork has long been a familiar item on the table. So when people hear that they should pay more attention to their kidney health, a common question often comes up. Does that mean we have to give up pork completely? The good news is, in many cases, that's not necessary. What really matters is choosing the right cut of meat. And among the different cuts of pork tenderloin is often considered one of the lighter options for the body. Pork tenderloin is one of the leanest parts of the pig. It contains less saturated fat and less cholesterol compared to many other cuts. When it's prepared from fresh meat, it can provide high-quality protein that helps the body maintain muscle and support different tissues throughout the body. For many older adults, getting enough protein during the day is important for staying strong and maintaining energy for daily activities. Tenderloin also provides B vitamins, which play an important role in how the body turns food into energy. As we get older, feeling tired a little more often is not unusual, and these nutrients can help support the body's natural energy processes. However, there's one very important thing to remember. Most of these benefits come from fresh, unprocessed meat. Processed pork products like ham, deli meats, or canned meats often contain high amounts of salt and additives such as phosphates. When eaten too often, these ingredients can make the body work harder than necessary. So if we still want to enjoy pork as part of our meals, choosing fresh pork tenderloin, cooking it simply and eating it in moderate portions can be a more balanced way to enjoy a familiar food while still caring for our long-term health. 2. Salmon. When we talk about foods that are a little gentler on the body as we move into our 50s and 60s, salmon is often one of the first things people mention, and that's not by accident. For many years, salmon has been known as a natural source of protein that is both nutritious and easy to include in everyday meals. One of the biggest reasons salmon is so highly valued is its natural omega-3 content. These are healthy fats that our bodies really benefit from, especially as we get older. Omega-3 are widely known for helping support the body's natural balance and may help reduce inflammation. They also support healthy blood vessels, helping them stay flexible and function well. This is especially important because our kidneys rely heavily on steady blood flow to do their job filtering the blood and helping keep the body in balance. In addition, many nutrition studies suggest that diets rich in omega-3 may help support heart health and maintain healthy triglyceride levels. And when the heart and blood vessels are working well, the kidneys often have a better environment to function smoothly too. Of course, like many healthy foods, salmon is best enjoyed in reasonable portions. It naturally contains some phosphorus, So balance is always important, especially for people who are paying closer attention to kidney health. Another small detail that people sometimes overlook is the type of salmon they choose. Fresh or naturally frozen salmon is usually a better option than smoked or heavily processed versions that may contain extra salt. When it comes to cooking, simple is often best. A piece of salmon that's lightly baked, steamed, or pan-seared with a little olive oil with a squeeze of lemon or some fresh herbs can turn into a meal that's both delicious and easy on the body. And by the way, if you're still watching at this point, we'd love to hear from you. How old are you and what type of meat or fish do you eat most often in your meals? Feel free to share in the comments below so we can learn from each other. Now, let's continue with the next food on today's list. 3. Lean turkey. As we get older, one of the most important things for our health is not just eating enough food, but choosing the right kind of protein. After the age of 50 or 60, the body naturally begins to lose muscle mass if it isn't getting the nutrients it needs. That's why lighter protein sources like lean turkey are often recommended by many nutrition experts. Lean turkey provides high-quality protein that helps maintain muscle strength and supports everyday activities. When our muscles are well nourished, we tend to move more comfortably, keep better balance, and maintain our independence in daily life. Another interesting point is that turkey generally contains less purine than many red meats, which may help the body avoid producing too much uric acid. It's also a good source of selenium, a mineral that helps the body deal with oxidative stress, along with B vitamins that support energy metabolism and may help us feel less tired throughout the day. One of our viewers, James Walker, a 67-year-old from Arizona, once shared his experience with us. He said that he used to eat red meat almost every day, but after replacing a few meals each week with simply cooked lean turkey and cutting back on processed foods, he noticed that his body felt lighter after meals, and he didn't experience that same afternoon fatigue. Of course, every body is different, but small changes like this can sometimes make a noticeable difference over time. There's one small thing to keep in mind. Processed turkey products like smoked turkey deli slices or packaged turkey meats often contain quite a bit of added salt and preservatives. Choosing fresh turkey and preparing it simply at home is usually the better option. And if you're still watching up to this point and finding this information helpful, try leaving a 1 in the comments below so we know you're still here with us today. Now let's continue with the next food on today's list. 4. Whitefish. When we talk about foods that feel a little lighter on the body as we move into our 60s, whitefish is often a very good option to consider. Fish like cod, tilapia, or haddock have been part of many healthy eating patterns for years, especially for people who want to take better care of their long-term health. One reason whitefish is often appreciated by nutrition experts is that the protein in these fish is relatively light and easy for the body to digest. Whenever our body processes protein, it naturally produces certain waste products that the kidneys need to filter out of the blood. With protein sources that are easier to digest, the body may produce less nitrogen waste, which can make the body's filtering system work a little more comfortably over time. Whitefish is also generally low in saturated fat, which can be helpful for maintaining good heart and blood vessel health. Some varieties even provide natural omega-3 fatty acids, a type of healthy fat known for helping support the body's natural balance and keeping blood vessels functioning smoothly. When circulation is steady and the vascular system is healthy, organs throughout the body, including the kidneys, often have a better environment to do their job. Of course, as with any food, balance is key. Fish still contains some natural phosphorus, and seafood also has a small amount of natural sodium. So enjoying it in moderate portions is usually the most sensible approach, especially for people who are paying closer attention to their kidney health. When it comes to cooking, sometimes the simplest methods are the best. A piece of fish that's lightly steamed, baked in the oven, or gently pan-seared with a little olive oil, finished with a squeeze of lemon, and a few natural herbs can become a meal that's both satisfying and gentle on the body. And when we make simple, balanced food choices like this more often, our bodies often have a better chance to maintain steady energy and overall well-being over time. 5. Skinless chicken breast. And finally, we come to the protein that ranks number one on today's list. A choice that many nutrition experts often mention when talking about meals that are a little easier on the body, especially for people who are paying closer attention to their kidney health. That food is skinless chicken breast. As we get older, our bodies still need protein to maintain muscle support tissues and keep everything functioning smoothly day to day. But it's not just about how much protein we eat, it's also about the type of protein we choose. And skinless chicken breast is often considered one of the cleaner, easier to digest sources of protein. Compared with many other meats, lean chicken breast tends to produce less nitrogen waste when the body processes protein. This may help the body's filtering system work a little more comfortably. It's also naturally low in saturated fat, and it usually contains less phosphorus than many red meats. When our blood vessels stay healthy and circulation remains steady, organs throughout the body, including the kidneys, often have a better chance to function efficiently. The way we prepare our food also makes a big difference. Simple methods like boiling, steaming, or lightly baking chicken breast can help preserve its nutritional value without adding unnecessary salt or excess oil. On the other hand, foods like fried chicken, breaded chicken, or processed nuggets often contain much more salt and additives, which are best limited in everyday meals. We once received a message from one of our viewers, Michael Thompson, a 70-year-old from Florida. He shared that his meals used to include quite a bit of red meat. After switching a few meals each week to simply grilled chicken breast with vegetables, he noticed his meals felt lighter and his body didn't feel as heavy after eating. Of course, everyone's experience can be different, but sometimes small and consistent changes in our daily meals are exactly what help the body feel more balanced and comfortable over time. As you can see, choosing the right kind of protein can help the body work a little more smoothly and place less strain on the system as we age. But there is one very important thing that many people don't realize. If we regularly eat processed meats like sausages, bacon, or canned meats, the body may have to work much harder each day to deal with the extra salt and additives they contain. So before we finish this video, let's take a look at a few important principles that can help protect the kidneys when eating meat. Before we finish today's video, there are a few important things worth keeping in mind, because sometimes it's not only the type of meat we choose that matters, but also how we prepare and eat it every day that can make a real difference for our long-term health. First, many nutrition experts suggest limiting processed meats whenever possible. Foods like sausages, bacon, canned meats, or heavily processed frozen meals often contain high amounts of salt and preservatives. When these are eaten regularly, the body may have to work harder than necessary to process them. That's why choosing fresh foods and cooking at home can be such a simple but meaningful step. Another thing to think about is how the food is prepared. Gentle cooking methods like boiling, steaming, baking, or lightly pan-searing with a small amount of oil can help preserve the natural nutrients in food without adding unnecessary fats. There's also a small detail that many people overlook: seasonings. Instead of relying too heavily on salt, we can add flavor with ingredients like garlic, ginger, lemon, or natural herbs. These simple flavors not only make meals more enjoyable, but they can also help keep meals a little lighter for the body. And even when a food is considered healthy, portion size still matters. When the body receives the right amount of protein, not too much and not too little, the organs inside the body, including the kidneys, have more opportunity to work in balance. Finally, there's one very simple habit that is incredibly important: drinking enough water. When the body processes protein, water helps carry waste products out of the system more efficiently. These changes may seem small, but when practiced consistently, they often lead to positive differences over time. Taking care of our kidney health doesn't always require big or complicated changes. Sometimes it simply begins with the small choices we make in our everyday meals. As we've seen in today's video, choosing protein sources that are a little gentler on the body, like fish, lean poultry, and fresh foods can help the body stay more balanced over time. One important thing to remember is that health rarely changes overnight, but small habits practiced consistently every day can make a very big difference over months and years. When we pay closer attention to what we eat, how we prepare our meals, and how we take care of our bodies, the organs inside us, including the kidneys, have a better chance to work more smoothly and steadily. If you found today's video helpful, please consider subscribing to the Strong Health Way channel and turning on the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Our goal is to share simple, easy to understand health information that fits the everyday lives of adults in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. You might also consider sharing this video with a friend or a family member, because sometimes the right piece of information at the right moment can encourage someone to start paying more attention to their health. Thank you for spending your time with us today. And remember, taking care of your body today is one of the most valuable gifts you can give your health in the years ahead.